Good morning. So I wanted to do a quick reading. I didn't have much time at all in the past week. So I wanted to pull some cards just to see what was taking place after this eclipse that just happened. After we're now should be heading into a retrograde. So I wanted to see what energy I'm pulling. I'm pulling a lot of energy like revelation, like figuring things out because I feel like everybody is really at a point of understanding certain things and how the dynamics of this world is working. It's like I just said something to somebody last night 3 years ago when I was going through my awakening, when I started becoming aware of my awakening. I had I'm in my kids' room, so ignore this bunk bed. They in my room sleeping in the AC. But I had became aware of certain things, and a tarot reader, she was actually a psychic, a medium. She told me, she said, you're going to see things that you see now starting to take place in the world, and nobody's not going to understand it, but you will, because you already went through this process. So it's ironic that she said that because last night somebody had called me, well, inboxed me like 2 o'clock in the morning, and we was discussing the twin flame journey and how the dynamic is and the thing that the person that I was going to, I was telling her during my process of going through the dark night of the soul. I had went to her and I told her, I said, I want to make a movie and I want to write a book about my life. And I haven't grasped the concept this before I knew about a twin flame journey or whatever, and an awakening process. I was just coming into the observation of it. She told me, she said, that's how I knew I had a counterpart, my counterpart. And that's how I knew about, she said, you may not be familiar. She said, I don't give labels to titles, but you're the other half of somebody. You're the other half of somebody's soul. And you're here to complete a mission. And she said, it'll become more vivid to you as time goes on. I still didn't grasp the concept. And that's when I started. She told me to learn how to meditate. She said things will start becoming more clear to you when you calm your mind. Now I start calming my mind. I started letting things be and I started learning how to meditate. It was so rare that my first meditation, I had ended up going into a deep sleep. Now my cell phone was next to me. It was on the charger because I was playing the meditation on my phone. And as I was laying in my bed, I fell asleep. By the time I woke up, my phone was completely drained out and it was still on the charger. I had so much energy that was being held back from me that I drained my cellular device and the charger itself. But we're at this point now where I'm helping people that's going through the same exact things I was going through then. And it's like it is morally women that I'm helping through this. And then more and more they contact me, and the more and more they tell me about what's going on. And I just sit back and go, my life was never in vain. Others, so that way they'll understand what's going on and there'll be a little less heartaching for them. Because if I had the people that I had that I am to assist me in my journey, it'll be a lot more easier. So with that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and start pulling some cards to see what is going on in the collective. I feel like I'm missing some cards. I am. My romance angels. I'll be right back. I have to get those. Okay. So I'm first gonna pull some light worker cards just to get the overall energy to see what's taking place. And I do feel like there's certain lessons. So I'm gonna pull four work your light cards. some oracle cards, and then I'm gonna pull the soul journey cards. And I might do a past life reading after this because I haven't done one in a very long time, and I want to see what's taking place. So I'm gonna start with the work your light, just to see what's going on in the collective. Angels, can you please give me a clear reading on what is taking place in the collective as of now, after this solar eclipse that just took place, and we are now going into a retrograde. What is taking place in the collective? Angels, can I please get 4 cards for the collective reading? What is taking place in the collective? One more card, please. Thank you. Angels, can I please get one more card? Thank you. And at the bottom of the deck, it says, Keeper of the Earth. Keepers of the Earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. So like I said, for some of us, even for myself in the beginning of my awakening, I felt like I was alone. I felt like I was different. I felt like there was no ends with, wow. Yes. Okay. I felt alone. I felt like everybody didn't understand me. I felt like I was like some type of outcast, like I didn't belong here. So with that being at the bottom of the deck, it lets me know that that is something that is actually taking place in the collective as well as in the world itself. And this is only because we feel like we're alone. We have to be alone for a reason, to get the awareness that to have faith, not only in ourselves, but in spirit. Things that we always decree and ask for, we always had to get validation from other people. So I feel like a lot of people was becoming more aware of themselves. And this is the first part of awakening. And I feel like this is for certain people that's going through the baby stages, like the birth stage. You know how when a baby's born and their eyes begin to open and everything just, all they see is colors. They don't see an actual picture. But over time, that vision becomes more clearer for a child as they become older in their age. So I do feel like certain people in the awakening process, that's going through the awakening process, their eyes is becoming clearer. They're starting to see not just colors, they're starting to see images now. And what makes me say that, because right after that, one of the cards that came out, it was Arama. Where are you being called to journey to? Your eyes is now being opened up to a new reality for certain people. For some people that is still stuck in the illusion phase of this life, not able to tap into their emotions or feel their emotions, your emotions is your compass. It's your way of directing you to when you're doing wrong or right. If your emotions is all over the place and you have anxiety, that means there's something that needs to change. So I feel like certain people have become aware of this change that needs to take place. And it's only because the universe is nudging them. This is a continuous thing. This is for some that has had this happen repeatedly, I feel. When I say repeated, I mean like, it's like the same irritable feeling that you get no matter what you do, no matter how you move in a certain situation, and it's not changing. You're starting to become irritable of it. And it's only because you choose to block out your emotions for certain things, but spirit is going to keep knocking you down, because that is your connection to source. That is your compass. That is your direct connection through your divine, your higher self, and whoever, like your spirit guides and all that other stuff. But then you got breaking the chain. Break the chain. This is stating that certain people that once had, like how I said, remember I just said something about cycles that keep repeating itself. These cycles keep repeating itself because we're bounded to them, because we allow ourselves to be bounded. But what we got to understand, we are the ones that are supposed to walk away from certain things that is no longer benefiting us. And the reason why I said this is an ancestral curse that a lot of people are resonating with. Like, it's not because of you. What we got to realize, sometimes our parents and our parents before us did some harm to people, and the karma resides back with their children. So some of the karma that you are facing is nothing to do with you, but it's for you to actually break the curse. And it says ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. So this is the time where everybody is now at a point where they're starting to realize that a lot of the things that they are carrying, the burdens that we are lifting on our life, is because our parents was carrying them burdens, and them burdens been passed down by 5 generations. And it's crazy because a prophetess has said this to me when I was going to church, and she said that You have five lifetimes of yourself have fought this battle. And you are the one that's going to break the curse. Now, what I never understood, this is my 5th year. And this was 5 years ago, this lady said to me. And I have been breaking the chains that have been burdened on my life. But it's not just by my assistance. It's because spirit is guiding me and my emotions is guiding me to do certain things. Now, a lot of people is now breaking them cycles because we are the generation. If you're born like in the 90s, I'm gonna say the 70s, the late 70s to the early the early 90s, 95 or so. Our generation was born to put these distractions to rest, for us to be able to manifest, to teach ourselves how to have discernment spirits, how to acknowledge things that is for us, how to decree and how could I say it? Decree the things that is for our growth, and to eliminate the things that is not. So when I see break the chain, that lets me know that a lot of us are now going through the ancestral curse, and I feel like a lot of us is learning to tap into some things that we was told not, that we was restricted to do, and that's the curse that was burdened upon our parents. And now that we're the ones that are awakening at an early age, because I believe some of us was born awakened. And I feel like the millennium babies are the ones that's already awakened. That's why they stronger than a lot of us. We was told to never to speak. A lot of these kids, we can't get to shut the hell up. Excuse my French, but it's the truth. And it's only because we are the ones that are to break the chain, but we can't put the same burdens on our children that was put upon us. Then you got the high priestess. It says, how are you being called to step up and lead? A lot of us are leaders, especially if you're a divine feminine, divine masculine. You are the Pacific alpha in the alpha female and alpha male. You are the rulers of your soul tribe. And I feel like a reason why it's telling us, what are we being called to lead, is because there's certain people that's supposed to lead certain things. Everybody in this world is a leader in some type of way. Everybody is a teacher in some type of way. But until you come into your high awareness and your power, your full ability, you will not know if you're a teacher or a follower. And the only reason why I say that, because everybody's not meant to follow everybody. You have a set tribe that you raising up, and that's dealing with the generations behind you. People that is like low key, that like is lower level in spirituality. You're a higher level spiritual person because you have a set tribe that you have to teach. And these are people that's going to be like-minded of you, not somebody that's going to be different. You can't teach a dog that is made to be a police dog how to be a watchdog, how to herd sheep. You can't teach a house dog how to be a cop dog. Certain people and certain things are meant for certain things, certain other people. Now, if you get a sheepdog and the next dog has a new sheepdog that comes in, and say this dog is a pit bull, and then a sheepdog is usually like a lab or a golden retriever or something in that sort. You got the pit bull that is made for defense and protection. Now, you can't have that pit bull chasing no goddamn sheep, because what you're going to have is a bit of goddamn sheep, because they're going to attack, especially if they see the sheep running away from them. A guard dog, a sheep dog, a herding dog is specifically trained to protect the herd and to make sure that the herd is protected at all times. That's why you got the high priestess. What are you made to lead? Are you made to be a sheepdog, or are you made to be a defense dog? Are you made to teach other defense dogs how to protect and protect their homes? Or are you a sheepdog where you are able to protect the herd? You have to figure out, what are you here for? So I do feel like a lot of people is going through that. And my favorite card of them all, I love this card because it says, don't dim to fit in. You can't be something that somebody else wants you to be. If you're not matching up with that person, that means you're not a part of their soul tribe. They have their own soul tribe, whether if they negative or if they positive. If they are negative, that's their soul tribe that they have to go through a certain calling and a certain awakening for them to understand. Like I said, in this world, you have good and you have evil. The good in you is always going to outweigh the evil. If you are a good person, genuinely, wholeheartedly, and you were sitting here on this earth to be a good person, not to be negative, you're always going to be that person, no matter how hard it is for you to be this person that you want to be, this bully badass, and you're a big dog. You want to be that pit bull, but you're really a sheepdog. You're going to remain that sheepdog no matter what. You could be the baddest person. You could do everything that this pit bull could do, but if it's not in your heart to do it, you're not going to be able to do it no matter what. So again, it's asking you, don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Are you being a badass when you really are somebody that's like genuinely a nice person? Spirit would not allow that for too long. And I know that for a fact. So I'm actually going to confirm these cards just to get a deeper message. And I don't know. Hey, Chloe. Good morning, kitty. So my kitty decides to pop out from underneath the kid's bed. I'm going to actually use the heart, the Psychic Tarot Heart Oracle deck just to confirm these cards to see what's actually taking place. You want to get out? Chloe. This is a very interesting reading. Good morning, kitty. Hi, honey. No. No. My cat is so freaking hilarious. She's a scary cat, but she's good. She's a good cat. Okay, why is Arama here? Just breathe. Where are you being called to journey to? When it says just breathe, that means that you have to calm your mind. Remember I was saying about calming your mind? You have to become one with yourself. You have to face everything that's in you that is telling you to be something negative, but you have to breathe about it. You can't be negative in a situation. You have to be happy in this situation at all times. So when it says just breathe, become in touch with yourself, with your emotions, not other people's emotions. Stop feeling for other people because that's where you're not being genuine about yourself. You're not being wholeheartedly who you're supposed to be. Right, Chloe? Come here, kitty. You want to come here? Huh? Why is break the chain here for the collective during this? Whoa. Listen, it's crazy because I'm just going to show y'all all the cards that really just popped out. And it's funny because I can't take them all, but I am going to show you all. You got teacher. Didn't I say some of us are teachers? This is why the chains have to be broken. The lessons that you are learning. Hold on, it's not a lot of light. The lessons that you are learning is why you have to break the chain. You have to reach out. You have to learn how to connect with your higher self. And helpless and hopelessness. This is why you have to be alone. To be enlightened. You have to move on from certain things that is toxic, that is holding you back. It's crazy because all these cards popped out, and this is a twin flame card. This is balance. You have to become one with your divine, with your masculine and your feminine side. Take the lead. You have to take the lead. You have to break the chains that was restricting you from keeping you from being who you genuinely are. This is a big ass message, but I'm gonna put these cards back and reshuffle for this break the chains because it's something that spirit wanted me to just say to you, and I swear is summing up the whole reading all over again. Rebuild. You have to rebuild your heart, your emotions. You have to connect to your higher self. That is a part of you. You have to embrace who you are, and you have to start speaking your truths. Man. Okay, that was a mini message from Spirit. Now back to the full message. Guys, I woke up out of my sleep to do this. Like, I don't know. I was kind of still drained out, tired, but it just wasn't going to happen. Why is break the chain here? Spread your wings. Be who you genuinely are. Ancestral patterns, healing, and rewriting the future. You have to rewrite your future. You are not the curse that was placed upon your life that your mom and your dad or your ancestors put upon us. We have to break them cycles. We have to break the cycles of fear. We have the cycles of fear. I'm trying to get some good lighting over here. But it's telling you to spread your wings. You have to spread your wings. You have to open your... Be who you are no matter what. If you're a free-spirited person, you're already almost there, because I'm very free-spirited and I like to enjoy life every day on a different note. And I had to learn that about myself. I was study trying to be who everybody else wanted me to be instead of being who I genuinely wanted to be on my own. And what ended up happening, once I got the ability to put people in their place and demand my authority over my life, everybody else started to seize. Things that was meant for me was remaining. Things that wasn't meant for me was not remaining. High Priestess. Why is High Priestess here? Woo. Listen. Listen to your intuition. Listen to what your guides is telling you. Connect with your higher self. You have to listen. You are being called to open your ears and pray. Not just pray, but whoever your source is. How are you being called to step up and lead? You are being called to listen to others, to get an awareness that your story is the same. You're just the leader of this pack. You are the one that already been through this many times and lifetimes ago. I still recommend everybody to do a past life regression. I did one, and I swear to God, everybody would think, oh, that's the white man's theory. No, hell no. Save that theory, that white man theory, for somebody else. But it's why a lot of the Black community is lacking in certain areas, because we always pass it off of, oh, that's the white man's theory. No, honey. No, that's spirit's theory. That's the universe theory. That's the way of life. That's the chains that was placed upon us. How we allow other people to put chains upon us and fear upon us is because we never listen to our intuition. There is always going to be a book written out for you in your heart and in your spirit. That is going to get you to the destination that you really need to be to. Some people died in vain because their life wasn't put to be, how could I say? There was supposed to be, some people's lives ended in our ancestral history because they was meant to give us an awareness of where we're lacking. And once you start paying attention to that, that's when you start to become a better person and you start to understand yourself more. Why is dim your light? Dim to fit in here. Okay, 2 cards popped out. You got healing begins. Healing begins when you stop being who everybody else wants you to be. And it's the truth. I went through that process, so I'm very much aware of that. When I stopped being who everybody else wanted me to be and I try to fit in with everybody else and be what everybody else wanted me to be, I became who I needed to be. I healed myself. I broke some of them chains. I'm still breaking chains. I'm still breaking cycles. Still. Rest and reconsider. You're able to rest and reconsider the things that you genuinely want in your life. So I'm going to end this reading. This was a short reading. I just wanted to get some of the energy from out of this. I'm going to do a past life and soul journey lessons just to see what lessons was needed to be learned. So, hi, Chloe. Are you interested? The cat is literally staring. She's have been a weird. The cat is a weird too. She's very in tune. But I'm going to really honestly tell y'all, listen to this message for what it is. It's actually making a lot of sense because everybody has their own way of being. Everybody is their own leader. But it's the ones that we are made to teach that we become more aware of what we're leading for. So guys, have a good day. Enjoy this hot summer day. I hope everybody had a good 4th of July because I did. It was relaxing. I'm still kind of tired from it, but I'm going to be okay. Have a good one, everybody.